Hey guys, Epsi here, and today I'm going to be looking at Pocket Infinity. So the quick review of this is a good gun, as opposed to what everybody else says that because it's no longer OP as fuck, it's not a good gun anymore, because they can't win in PvP with it anymore, which is just asinine. The weapon is still good. One thing I will say, it's not good until you get the Pocket Infinity upgrade. That low clip and slow recharge time is just awful, so let's just look at those stats right now. As we can see immediately, its charge time is super slow. This thing is not viable for like twitch shooting. You need to know that your target's around the corner before you start to kill them, unless you have that upgrade. Its impact is amazing, so that's a saving grace of it, and its reload speed is pretty fast, so that 3 clip size is not going to hurt you all that much, especially when you get the final upgrade for this weapon. It has some pretty standard upgrades, nothing too special. In the nerf they replaced the extra clip, which made it an 8+ shot, because that upgrade makes it fire 8 and then has a chance to replace those missed shots back into the clip, so it fired more than 8 shots, which is why it was nerfed in the first place. Was replaced with perfect balance, so its stability is better, which I think is a very good choice, which I still haven't unlocked yet. Especially if you are trying to get all your shots on your target. If you get that upgrade, you will kill your target. I don't care what anybody else says. So yeah, the final upgrade of Pocket Infinity is Pocket Infinity. It fires in full auto mode, so that means you charge it once and then it can fire all of its bullets. So long as you hold down the trigger, it no longer needs to continue to charge, unlike the other weapons that fire in quote-unquote full auto mode. And then missed shots have a chance to come back into the magazine, which is the selling point of this weapon and why people are so upset that the clip size was reduced, because they can no longer fire for infinity, as it were. But it's still a super powerful weapon. So let's take a look at it in PvE. It's really good at clearing out mobs, like the hard light review I did earlier. So you just hold down the trigger and you've done. You haven't necessarily killed everything. I would assume that if you get the stability upgrade, that you will be killing targets more effectively, but in my gameplay I hadn't unlocked it yet. So it was still good at just dealing lots and lots of damage across a whole wide area very quickly, which quickly cleared out mobs. So in PvE, it's very good. I would still probably stick to shotguns myself, because I don't really like fusion rifles. I don't like the charge time, I like immediate damage. Or a sniper rifle for range, because this thing, though it has some better range, I just prefer one or the other. Now PvP, which seems to be the focus of most of the community right now, including Bungie. PvE hasn't been getting a lot of love, but the nerf made it so that it can only fire 3 shots with the possibility of, I got up to 6 shots missed, as opposed to the 8+ beforehand, which is a very good balance, I think. This weapon is not viable until you upgrade that Pocket Infinity perk, but as soon as you do, you will be it's very helpful in PvP. The gameplay you're seeing now isn't my original gameplay. I had recorded earlier, but it corrupted. And in that game, I just played awful. I was terrible. But I managed to win the game and have the highest score, and I don't understand how the hell that happened. And I'm going to put it on this weapon. It's really easy to get kills with this weapon. All you do is hold down the trigger and aim it at the enemy, and you will get a kill, especially if you have that stability perk, because all the shots will hit them. And as well, if there's multiple enemies, you're going to be able to get some high damage on them. Now, with the nerf, you won't be able to kill the entire room, but I think that's another good balancing factor that everybody's complaining about. They can no longer walk into the room with it fully charged and just wreck everyone. So this weapon is very good at getting coming out on top, getting kills, or at least getting a trade out. I think in this gameplay I got at least 2 kills per death, which was pretty good. At the end I kind of staggered off because I was like, okay, I got what I wanted. But this weapon is very good in PvP as well. I would just suggest that balancing upgrade to make sure you get the kills. So final verdict on Pocket Infinity, I would say get it if you can. The exotic bounty to get it is kind of ridiculous. The gunsmith never has blue grade fusion rifles, and you barely ever get secondary engrams and even fusion rifles for that matter from the Cryptarch. So toning that down would be infinitely helpful. Aside from that, the actual bounty itself is cool, and I think the nerf is good. I think the weapon now is balanced, and I like it as so long as you have that perk. I think people are upset because without the perk it's useless, and they feel that because they can no longer kill everyone a million times over, and they can no longer like shit stomp everybody in PvP, that's no longer a good weapon. I think people just need to look at themselves and really think about, is that really a measure of how good they are? So yeah, Pocket Infinity, good weapon. Yeah, so I think I'm going to be doing a heavy weapon next. I think I'm going to be doing either Truth or Super Good Advice. So please stay tuned for that.